Thank you, Stephanie. The holidays brought a lot of new video games and gaming systems into homes, and that created a lot of new problems. How do you know which games are okay and how much time is too much time behind the controls? John Thomas talked to some gamers to find out.
How's the new dog?
Dan Carroll is online playing Call of Duty Black Ops. On with him, his nephew in Illinois.
He bites too much?
His nephew, Noah, plays under the name Mr. Shags.
There he is right there.
At 15 years old, Noah admits when he's playing online with his friends, time can just fly by.
I'll get on in the afternoon and play till like midnight.
You're talking like 4 or 5, maybe 6 hours sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Which raises the question that I ask parents while they're out with their kids looking for video games. Is there a point when you should say, hey, wait a minute, enough is enough, time to turn off the video game?
If there's too much, you got to set limitations. If not, and there's no guidance on that, they could probably just sit in front of the TV all day long.
I'd say the monitoring is, if our eyes get more glassy, then I'm like, oh, hey, I think we've had about enough.
As for Noah, his marathon games are tempered by the fact his parents will only let him play on the weekend.
I usually don't get on during the school week. I'll either have practice, like basketball practice or soccer practice, or I'll have homework.
We were just talking about how much is too much. This is Tampa Bay Parenting Magazine publisher Angela Ardolino. She's here now with some tips to help us create a healthy gaming environment. Now, first of all, your first rule of thumb here is to play together as a family. That's pretty surprising, though.
Absolutely. Play with your kids. That way you know exactly what type of content is in the video game, and you can judge whether it's appropriate or not. And it's better than them just sitting there alone playing with it. Either play with the siblings or be somewhere where you can monitor what they're playing and learn about what that game is and determine, should they play this game or is this not a positive game that they should play?
You also say it's important for parents to be role models when they're playing these video games. You saw that guy growing up talking to his nephew on the phone. So you have to,
Absolutely.
you know, put forth a good front here.
Yeah, I know that a lot of us like to play games when we were younger, and now that we are older, the games are unbelievable. But remember that they're going to look at you and they're going to want to play what games you're playing, so make sure that they're appropriate. If you're going to do something that's kind of like the game that they showed, that's not appropriate for a young child. So don't be playing that around them because they're going to want to join you.
And this is interesting here. You say it's important for parents to remind their kids that playing is a privilege, not a right.
Absolutely. Children really shouldn't be playing more than an hour a week. I was just saying to you, I read an article today in New York Times, I believe, that said children who play more than an hour and a half are more prone to heart disease. So there's a bunch of reasons why, but it is a privilege, and it's something that should be done when homework is done, chores are done. They shouldn't be doing it alone, and it's something that should be limited and timed each week.
And finally, if you can't beat them, join them. You say if you're going to have to get the games, choose the games that have either educational or creative value.
Absolutely. I'm a very anti-video game person, but I know that kids love it. So we have Rock Band and Wii Yoga and things like that that we can all do together as a family. They can exercise, they learn something. So there's a ton of programs out there that can teach math, science, reading, all these things, and be fun at the same time. So they all don't have to be a shoot-'em-up negative type message.
Well, always great advice. Hopefully it's going to save some parents some headaches when it comes to video games.
So.
Thank you, Angela.
Thanks.
We'll see you next week.
Right.
And if you missed any of those points or you want to share them with another parent, just go to abcactionnews.com. You can also find help with a variety of parenting issues on the Tampa Bay Parenting website. That's tvparenting.com. And Angela will be back with us next week. She's going to help us get more organized, get our homes in order.
That's right.
We'll see you then.
Thanks.